everyone, welcome to Geonexus Unveiled. Have you ever wondered why Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore have large Chinese origin populations, but India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, the huge subcontinent, do not? Even though China is geographically near to subcontinent. This is a fascinating historical story, full of trade routes, kingdoms, culture, and colonization. Let's break it down. The first reason, the sea routes versus land routes. Historically, Chinese traders traveled mostly by sea, not by land, and the sea route that connected China to the world passed directly through Southeast Asia, through Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. These regions became natural stopping points. Chinese sailors stayed for months, sometimes for years. They married locally, formed communities, and their generations stayed there. Meanwhile, the subcontinent was not on the main Chinese sea route, it was a side route, not a major one, so very few Chinese traders ever reached India or Pakistan by sea. The second reason, harsh land borders with India. Now let's talk about the land route. On the map, China looks closer to subcontinent, but in reality, there is a huge natural wall between them. The Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the Tibetan Plateau. This region is almost impossible to cross historically. Free movements, migration, or settlement was nearly zero. So while Southeast Asia was open and easy to access by sea, the subcontinent was cut off by geography. The third reason, trade versus settlement. Chinese traders saw Southeast Asia as a place to settle, but why? Because those regions welcomed them. The climate was similar, rice cultivation was common, and local rulers encouraged immigration for trade. So the Chinese established permanent communities, especially the Hokkien, Cantonese, and Hakka groups. In contrast, the subcontinent already had strong established trading communities: Gujaratis, Tamils, Bengalis, Sindhis, and Pashtuns, etc. Foreign traders did not get the same opportunity to build large communities, so even when Chinese arrived in Bengal or Kolkata later, they remained tiny minorities, never large population. The fourth reason is European colonial impact. This is the most important factor. During the 1800s, European powers, the British, the Dutch, and the Portuguese, actively imported Chinese laborers to Southeast Asia. These laborers were brought for tin mining in Malaysia, plantation in Indonesia, and work in Singapore's new colonial ports. This created millions of Chinese origin people in the region, but the British never imported Chinese labor to India or Pakistan. Why? Because India already had a huge population, cheap labor was already available locally, there was no need to bring workers from China. So Southeast Asia became Chinese influenced, but the subcontinent did not. And the fifth reason is cultural integration and local acceptance. Southeast Asian societies accepted intermarriage and cultural mixing. Chinese families blended into local cultures, creating communities like the Peranakan Chinese. Meanwhile, in the subcontinent, marriage laws, caste system, and religious boundaries made large-scale integration harder. So, even when a few Chinese communities existed, they remained very small and isolated. So, in a nutshell, these combined factors explain why Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore have strong Chinese DNA and identity, while the subcontinent does not. If the video was useful, don't forget to subscribe the channel.